Hello my fellow plastic-wheeled brethrens, and welcome back to this week's video. And as I'm sure most of you know, this past month, the whole world has been dealing with the Kung Flu, the Boomer Remover. Ah yes, the beer virus. Now YouTube won't let me say the actual name of it because it is considered controversial content, so I will be referring to it by those names instead. And I'm sure because of this recent beer virus outbreak, some, if not most of you, have either been quarantined or on lockdown in the past few days or weeks. Which sucks, right? You can't go out to skate, your favorite skate shops are closed, and even indoor skate parks are closed. But I'm here to tell you why this is actually a good thing. And no, not for the health of everybody over 60 years old, but for skaters. Yes, skaters. So before we jump right in, I just want to shout, subscribe! Smash the like button! Because apparently it improves the like ratio on my video. I don't know why, but you guys are the ones doing it, so oh well. I also want to give a shout out to Skatebox on his video on what to do during quarantine. It inspired me to make this video, so if you want to watch this video after this one, it will be linked in the description down below, and also it will be linked at the end of the video. Anyway, without taking any more time, let's jump right into it. Number 1. Less people out equals more spots to skate. Gone are the days of those pesky scooter kids filling the park faster than a doctor can prescribe medication for depression. Well, at least for the next couple of months. Panicked mothers are no longer taking their minivans out packed with their germy kids and their razor scooters to the skate park. Now they're all en route to the grocery store to buy every single roll of toilet paper on this god green earth. I mean, seriously, y'all. I use toilet paper to wipe my ass. I don't know what the hell you guys are doing with it. Maybe it's new currency. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, as the streets see less traffic, there becomes less need for security, and in turn, more spots to skate. Remember that library with the giant staircase in front of it that banned you last week? Well, now it's your chance to show who's really boss. Or maybe you could hit up your local bar with that sick rail in front of it that's meant to keep drunk people stable. You could honestly even go out and skate a police station, and they won't dare touching you if you just start coughing. As long as you avoid grocery stores and hospitals, any spot is now yours. The Barracks released a video earlier this week of Russell Houghton, not sure how to say the last name, skating in the empty streets of LA, which actually was recorded 6 years ago as a short film, but we won't talk about that.
You are fake news. Sir, go ahead. Can you stay
Short film or not, depending on where you are, you could recreate this to a T. And while you should try to stay inside if nobody's out, what's the harm in doing a bit of skating on empty streets? After all, it's pretty much a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Number 2. Skating inside. Now for those of you who thought I forgot you're still living with your parents and they won't let you leave the house, I haven't. Guess what? I'm one of you. Probably because I chose YouTube as a career. But either way, your toilet paper stacking Karen may be able to stop you from leaving the house, but she won't be able to take skateboarding away from you entirely. Unless, she does. Seriously though, as a skater you have to be creative and force yourself to skate somewhere else you normally wouldn't. But if you have a garage, just start there. One really fun thing you could do is lock yourself inside of it. Basically quarantine yourself inside a quarantine inside your house. You can lock yourself in it until you learn a trick that's been a goal of yours. Seriously, I did it and it was super fun-ish. But if you don't have a garage, just take the trucks off your board and practice in your room. Or you can just leave the trucks on and you can destroy the floorboard. Or maybe learning tricks is just a little bit too advanced for you and it's too far in the future and you need to work on your balance first. Well, that's okay, just take your truckless board and turn it into a balance board. You can do this even if you're a seasoned veteran, because balance boarding is challenging yet fun, and you can easily spend hours doing it. Number 3, you are unlikely to catch the beer virus from skateboarding. Before you take to the comments and tell me I'm stupid, no, I do not mean your board will infect you directly. It won't. What I mean is most of the younger skateboarders' parents will be keeping them at home, making the skate park a barren wasteland for the rest of us. And also because skateboarding isn't a contact sport, even if your local skate park is crowded from everyone losing their jobs in the past week,
Hillary, you're fired.
the chances of you getting sick are pretty slim to none, when the only thing you're touching is your skateboard. Contrary to public opinion, skateboarders aren't rail lickers, and are generally 6 feet apart, pandemic or not. No one skates around holding their homie's hand while trying to learn kickflips in the back of a U-Haul. It just doesn't happen. And with that said, I do not advise you to go skate if you're under quarantine. I am not a medical professional, although I am majored in bro science, so with that said, if no touch, then no fuss. Number 4, take this time to get educated. Contrary to what I said in my second point, maybe you got Karen a little bit mad. Maybe you kicked a soccer ball at her while she was chilling at the pool. Maybe things got a little bit out of hand. She took your baby, your beloved skateboard, and now you're stuck without a board. But don't worry, I can already tell you you're using your big brain to keep skateboarding pumping through your veins. So normally, you might be a little bit impatient when you're trying to learn a new trick, and you skipped out learning the basics of it when watching the braille video of it on YouTube. Well, now it's your time to watch the pros break it down and better your skateboarding habits. Or maybe you already are a pro, like the Aaron Cairo type of a skate god, who already knows every trick in the book. If that's the case, then just take this time to appreciate the amount of work that other skaters like you have done by just watching their parts. Number 5. build your own skate park. With the police being more interested in keeping your elders inside their care facilities, they're not as interested in you building the skate park of your dreams. Well, to be honest with you, it probably won't look anything like Venice Beach skate park, but nonetheless, it'll be something that you created, and it'll be something that only you know about, unless you tell everybody else about it, of course. Some really good places you could build your skate park would be in the middle of a forest where nobody goes, or in some alley or some storm drain thingy that doesn't see too much traffic. Basically, looking for a spot that'll be quiet and maybe offer you some shelter from the rain. When you build your own skate park, you can build it in a way that caters to your own needs and desires of a park. So maybe your local park has too many ramps that you slid down face first on. Well, in this park, you can create it however you want. The only limit is your imagination. And materials, of course. The materials you choose to make your skate park are super important. Good luck grinding on a rail made out of cardboard, obviously. So instead, aim for using cheap and firm surfaces to construct with. Speaking of a budget, oftentimes local businesses will put their wood pallets for free on Craigslist. And I mean, you cannot beat free. Then after that, all you have left to do is grab a hammer and start taking it apart. And soon enough, you'll have a feature-rich skate park customized to your own personal needs. And if you really wanted to, you could still get cement from Home Depot and really make your own personal skate park stand out. And yes, Home Depot is still open during this quarantine, so you guys are good for cement no matter what happens. Just make sure to wear some protection, you know what I mean? The great thing about having your own skate park is that no one's gonna bother you. There's gonna be nobody else there, unless you obviously tell everybody. But if you're looking to have your own personalized place to sesh during the quarantine, a personal skate park is definitely the best way to go. Number 6, video games. If you remember any of my previous videos on types of skaters, you will remember the sender. And obviously, not all of us are as brave as our sender friends, as we value our bones. But that doesn't mean that we can't feel the adrenaline of setting it off a 50-foot ramp. I mean the fear, the challenge. It's only comparable to sex with your stepsister. Wait. But you can still get that same feeling from video games, such as Session, or the upcoming Skate 4, whenever that gets released. Or even older classics like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Or just whatever you feel like. There's so many skate games out there, but if your computer is a fossil, just like your algebra teacher is, and your phone is more of your style, then try out True Skate. It's one of my favorite games, not sponsored. But if you guys do want to sponsor me, just email me. Video games in general, but specifically skateboarding ones, can help improve your hand-eye coordination, which as you know is a very important skill for skateboarding. So if for nothing else but to pass time, video games will help us get through this time of solitude. Now I've read a lot of comments saying that I sound drunk or I sound zanned out, that my speech is slurred. Well, guess what, armchair doctors? I'm not drunk. No, I'm not taking bars. I have a speech impediment. Hang on.
Speech impediment.
Yeah, that. Self-diagnosed. And you guys would honestly be surprised if you found out how long it takes me to record these videos. I just can't speak. I don't know why. Oh well. Anyway, I'll make it easy for you schoolyard bullies by summarizing how I think this quarantine will actually benefit skaters. Firstly, we all hate being kicked out of places by security or soccer moms that think they own the sidewalk. Well, guess what, boomers? Good luck kicking us out of the skate park from the hospital bed. That's right, with less people out there, there becomes an abundance of new spots to skate. Spots you've never even dreamed of before, like the highway. But don't forget, outdoors isn't the only option for you guys, unless you're homeless, of course. Sorry, man. In which case, just buy a house. Duh. But either way, try some new tricks out in your garage. Maybe even inside if you sneak your board past your parents. And you know an easy way to avoid catching the coronavirus? Staying inside. But if you do venture out, you're unlikely to catch it as long as you practice social distancing by keeping your wheels rolling and your homies away. I know, I'm sorry, but you should really just stay away from your friends right now. It might be tempting, but it's not worth getting grandma sick over this. Seriously guys, if you like your grandma, please just don't do it. And unfortunately, some of you guys just won't be able to go outside no matter what. I mean, if you go into actual quarantine, you literally cannot go outside or you'll be arrested. Which, I mean, yeah, that'll be bad for skateboarding, I gotta admit. Unless you sneak out. But don't worry, if you don't want to get arrested or break the law, I got your back. Content creators like me aren't letting the virus put a hold to a regular upload schedule. So take this time to get educated. And if you're anything like me, you probably need it. Speaking of education, it's something you'll need to build your own skate park, which I believe we'll see a lot during this time of lockdown. Especially since we're already seeing states and governments shutting down parks and etc. to keep people safe. Not all of us are Bob the Builder. I know I'm not, which is why my fingers are practicing a different type of art. And I'm not talking about the two in the pink, one in the stink type of art. No, I'm talking about video games, because they're a perfect way to pass your time when you're bored and unable to do anything during this quarantine. Anyway guys, if you made it this far, thank you a lot. Maybe you should drop a like button because you watched the whole video. Who knows, maybe you liked it. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe. 80% of you are not subscribed, so you should just do it. Come on. If you guys want to check out Skatebox's video on this, it should be on the screen right now. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week.